If you're spending more on chicken feed than you're making on eggs, this might be the most important 12 minutes you watch this year. Feed costs have tripled since 2020. For most backyard farmers, 70% of everything you spend goes straight into that bag, and somewhere between your wallet and their beaks, someone is getting very, very rich. But there's a plant. One single plant that doubles itself every 72 hours, contains more protein per square meter than soybeans, and costs you absolutely nothing to grow. It's been studied by agricultural scientists in India, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines for over 40 years. Peer-reviewed, published, proven. So why has your feed store never mentioned it? 2 reasons, and I'm going to show you both. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this plant is, how to grow it, how to harvest it, and how to feed it to your flock without spending another dollar on commercial feed. Let's talk about what you're actually paying for. That $40 bag of layer feed? You're not just paying for corn and soy, you're paying for global supply chains, fuel costs, middlemen, corporate margins, packaging, marketing, and every time diesel goes up, wheat futures shift, or a drought hits the Midwest, that price climbs higher. In 2019, a 50-pound bag of quality layer feed cost around $15 to $18. Today, that same bag runs you $35 to $50 depending on where you live. That's not inflation, that's extraction. And for small-scale farmers, backyard homesteaders, or anyone trying to raise their own food, it's becoming unsustainable. If you've got 20 chickens, you're going through about 100 pounds of feed per month. At today's prices, that's $70 to $100 monthly. Over a year, you're looking at $840 to $1,200 just to keep them fed. And if you're selling eggs at $6 a dozen, you need to sell 140 to 200 dozen eggs just to break even on feed costs alone. The math doesn't work anymore. So the question becomes, what if you could grow your own feed? Not supplement it, replace it completely. What if you could do it in a space smaller than a kiddie pool with no soil, no fertilizer, no pesticides, and have more protein per harvest than anything you could buy? That plant exists. It's called Azolla. And if you've never heard of it, you're not alone. Azolla is a tiny floating aquatic fern that grows so fast it can double its biomass every 2 to 3 days under the right conditions. It's been used as animal feed and green fertilizer in Asia for over 1,000 years, but in the West, it's almost completely unknown. Here's what makes it remarkable. Azolla contains between 25% and 35% crude protein on a dry weight basis. For comparison, commercial layer feed typically contains 16 to 18% protein. Soybean meal, the gold standard of plant-based protein, hovers around 44%, but requires industrial farming, synthetic fertilizers, and massive land use. Azolla requires none of that. It grows in still or slow-moving fresh water. It needs no soil. It fixes nitrogen from the air through a symbiotic relationship with a cyanobacterium that lives inside its leaves. That means it fertilizes itself. It doubles in mass every 3 to 5 days depending on temperature and sunlight. 1 square meter of water surface can produce 10 to 15 kilograms of fresh Azolla per month. That's 22 to 33 pounds from 1 square meter. And it's not just protein. Azolla contains essential amino acids, beta-carotene, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and vitamins A, B12, and K. Chickens fed fresh Azolla show improved egg production, better yolk color, stronger immune response, and healthier feather quality. This isn't theory. This is documented. Let me give you the science. In 1987, researchers at the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University in India conducted feeding trials with broiler chickens. They replaced up to 25% of the conventional feed ration with fresh Azolla. The result? No difference in growth rate, but significantly lower feed costs. The study was published in the Indian Journal of Poultry Science. In Vietnam, Azolla has been used for decades as a primary feed for ducks and pigs, particularly in the Mekong Delta region. The Vietnamese government even promoted Azolla cultivation in the 1990s as part of rural development programs. Farmers there grow it in small ponds alongside rice paddies and harvest it daily to feed livestock. A 2009 study from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, tested Azolla as a feed replacement for laying hens. Birds fed a diet containing 10 to 15% Azolla showed no reduction in egg production and had visibly darker, richer yolks due to the high carotenoid content. The study concluded that Azolla could replace up to 20% of commercial feed without any loss in performance. In China, Azolla has been cultivated for over 1,000 years, primarily as a green manure for rice fields, but also as supplemental livestock feed. The Chinese Academy of Agricultural Sciences published multiple papers in the 1980s and 90s documenting its nutritional profile and viability as animal feed. This isn't experimental. This is generational knowledge. So if this plant is so effective, so well documented, and so easy to grow, why isn't it everywhere? Why has your local feed store never heard of it? There are two reasons, and neither of them are good. Reason one, there's no profit in it. Azolla can't be patented, it can't be branded, it can't be bagged, shipped, stored, or marked up by 200%. It grows itself, spreads itself, and costs nothing. For the commercial feed industry, worth over $40 billion annually in the US alone, Azolla represents a threat, not a product. A threat. If every backyard chicken keeper grew their own Azolla, entire revenue streams would disappear. Reason two, it requires a shift in mindset. Modern agriculture is built on buying inputs, seeds, fertilizer, feed, pesticides. The system trains you to be dependent. Self-sufficiency doesn't fit that model. Growing your own feed sounds radical because we've been conditioned to think food production is something other people do. But it's not. It's something you can do, right now, in your backyard. Here's how you grow it. You need a container that holds water. It can be a kiddie pool, a livestock trough, an old bathtub, or a purpose-built pond. The container should be at least 6 inches deep and placed in a location that gets partial to full sunlight. Azolla thrives in temps between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, but it can tolerate a wider range. Fill your container with fresh water. If you're using tap water, let it sit for 24 hours to allow chlorine to evaporate. Azolla grows best in still water with a pH between 4.5 and 7.5. You don't need to adjust it unless your water is extremely alkaline. Now, you need starter culture. You can order Azolla online from aquatic plant suppliers, aquarium hobbyist groups, or permaculture networks. A small handful is enough. Drop it into your water. Within days, it will begin to spread across the surface. Under ideal conditions, it will double every 3 to 5 days. Azolla doesn't need fertilizer, but it does need trace nutrients. You can add a small amount of compost tea, diluted urine, or even a tablespoon of wood ash per week to provide phosphorus and potassium. If the water turns yellow or the Azolla stops growing, it's usually a nitrogen or phosphorus deficiency. A little organic input solves it. Harvest by scooping out handfuls with a fine mesh net or your hands. Leave at least 25% of the surface covered so it can regrow. Rinse it lightly to remove any debris. You can feed it fresh or dry it in the sun for storage. Fresh Azolla is about 90% water, so drying concentrates the nutrients. For chickens, start by mixing small amounts into their regular feed, about 10 to 15% by weight. Watch how they respond. Most birds love it, especially once they get used to the texture. Over time, you can increase the ratio. Some farmers go as high as 30 to 40% replacement with no issues. If you want to dry it, spread it thinly on a mesh screen or tarp in direct sunlight. It will dry in 1 to 2 days depending on humidity. Once dry, it crumbles easily and can be stored in an airtight container for months. Dried Azolla retains most of its protein and can be rehydrated or fed as is. Let's do the math. A 1 square meter pond can produce 10 to 15 kilograms of fresh Azolla per month. That's roughly 22 to 33 pounds. At 90% moisture, that's 2 to 3 pounds of dry matter. If you're replacing even 20% of your feed, that's significant savings. Scale it to 3 or 4 ponds, and you could eliminate your feed bill entirely. One backyard farmer in North Carolina reported cutting his monthly feed costs from $90 to under $20 by supplementing with Azolla grown in 3 plastic tubs. Another in Oregon replaced 50% of her layer feed using a single 6-foot stock tank. These aren't outliers. This is replicable. This isn't just about saving money. It's about taking control. It's about recognizing that the systems we've been taught to depend on are not the only systems available. For 1,000 years, farmers in Asia have grown their own feed using nothing but sunlight, water, and a plant that regenerates itself. You can do the same. If you found value in this, consider subscribing. We dig up forgotten methods like this every week, techniques that work, that cost nothing, and that nobody's trying to sell you. Build 1 Azolla pond this month. Come back and tell me how it went. Drop a comment. Let's build a community of people who actually do this. And if you're still watching, here's the truth. The knowledge that sets you free isn't hidden because it's secret. It's hidden because it's not profitable. But now you know. Go grow some Azolla. Your chickens will thank you, and so will your wallet. If this opened your eyes to what's possible, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. We're building a library of forgotten knowledge that actually works, methods that cost nothing and that nobody's trying to sell you. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you going to try this? What's stopping you? And if you found this valuable, leave a like so more people who need to see this actually find it. The algorithm buries content like this unless you tell it otherwise, so let's make sure this gets seen.